Hello guys, it is Futon here, and today we're going to be bringing you a guide or methodology to getting shiny animals on the player of ranch and farm. Now, the thing about this is that I was going to release this quite some time ago, but I really wasn't confident at all in this method. Basically, they adjusted the shiny rates since I made my original video about a year and a half ago, and doubled the odds of everything. So, certain things are worth more than what they used to be. So we're going to get into this pretty quickly here. You're basically going to be wanting certain types of animals, and the way these work is really weird, and some of them are really not. Um, let's go into the breeding log. So we got two smalls here, salamanders and frogs. Chichinkos we have here, and Vanosaurs are meds. Now the thing about it is that these pins are improperly proportionate, so you may want to continue think about that when you do this. But basically, the trick to this is to literally get glistening and sparkling on every single animal that you can get. This methodology may be a little weird. Like you may think you want 3 traits. Sure, 3 traits are great. Getting that radiant is just great. But I really have not seen a big enough difference. It really depends on how much of you want it quickly. But I'm gonna pull this in the numbers here. The reason why sparkling and glistening, and this is definitely for Iron Man, because 2 traders aren't hard to get. You get mutation on the parents, and you just get one. Then you just get the opposite gender, and then you're done. Especially with all these large animals, none of these animals in between breed. Like you can't breed a Brigada and a Corbiculi. You can't just breed them together. They have to go in the separate pins, and it's all separate logs. And I've seen miraculous results. And also, there's a 1.1 mil farming rep, which we will go here now. I forget it's not. You can't see it here, but right here, 1.1 mil farming, which is an extra 5%, and 5% is equal to a radiant. So the way it now works is sparkling is 2%, glistening is 2.5%. No, I'm sorry, glistening is 3%. I'm sorry. So sparkling is 2, glistening is 3, radiant is 5%. So this is equal to basically an extra radiant on your animals, all of them, period. You have a 1 in 20. Once you have this, you have a 1 in 20 chance of any animal that you breed that does not go to the collector will be a shiny. Done. That's it. Done. That's just how it works. Outside of that, you have literally the deal with the traits. And if you think about it, you put a sparkling and a glistening, that is 5%. And you put a sparkling and a glistening, that's another 5%. Everything stacks. That's a 15% chance just with that. And those aren't expensive. Like, this is really a cheap method. And I have gotten extreme success on this. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit sarcastic because I started out doing rad pairs. I don't care. I want rad. I want rad. I want rad. I went about on these two about 30 eggs between both of these to get my sparkling. And I just went incredibly unlucky with using glistening pairs, and then I used full odd pairs to get this, and it took forever. But since these things breed so slow, but this I got with glistening. This I got pretty quickly with rad. I got this instantly with rad. This took with the double rad pair forever, and I got rid of the pairs too because they're like sell them and get rid of the money while you can. But this I didn't get rad. This was full odds actually. This was glistening, and we were making this video on the 31st. This thing has only been out about a month, so keep that in mind. I have 4 shinies there, 5. Which was just with the last one I got the 1.5, and I 1.1. I literally got it right afterwards. 1.1. This was the double gliss. This was double gliss. This was double gliss. This was spark. You know, with the 1.1. Even with just sparkling on it, with the 1.1 is a 9%, basically a 1 in 10. You really need to focus on just getting at least 2 traits with sparkling and glistening, and having if you have every single pin, you normally get about 2 eggs average a day because you get like out of the non-breeding pin you get 1 every other day, And then the breeding pin, you get 1 a day. That's for everything except for frogs. And yeah, if you have glistening and everything, think about that. You're getting an average 3 eggs a day, and you have glistening between all your pins. If you have double glistening in just the 1.1 perk, you're going to average a shiny every 3 days. And then you start rotating those around until you get all your shinies. And once you get down to, like, say you need 2 more larges, you could start filling the extra pins with glistening, with additional glistening. So if you have all the Malatops filled in every single pin with glistening and sparkling with the 1.1 perk, you should get the shiny in about 4 days on average, a week per log. That's not bad with glistening. If you want to do radiance right now, at the time of this video, it's anywhere between 75 mil to 150 mil, depending on the animal. Like Malatops is more expensive, Corbicula is more expensive, Brigada is up there just because of the perks are good for them. Some are cheap, like frogs, salamanders, Jadikos are kind of cheap, but still, my point is that you're going to want to do, again, pairs like this, glistening, etc. And then if you need the spare ones, like say for this, just go get a normal Asciatops. If you say need for this, go get desert, because breeding these 2 pairs with this shiny setup is exactly the same rate. All of these are the same rate. Shocking, huh? Anyway, that's really it for this video. I kind of probably ranted this a little too much, but literally just go with sparkling, go with glistening. This works for irons, cheap way, and it does work. It's just you have to be a little patient on it, but this is what I've been doing for the logs. I have 9 out of 14. I expect to go dry, and I haven't. So, I broke the mentality of rad, but Radiant isn't all it's cracked up to be anymore. Now, no, pre-change, Radiant was effectively half, these perks were half as strong, but, Anyway, hopefully this was of some help to someone. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you guys for the next one.